School for Week 6 of the high school football season as the Indiana High Little Indians continue on their road trip here at to battle the Knoch Knights here on a rainy Friday night. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School sports night at Knoch. So we got a couple of teams with both one win, but Knoch looks like they could have a better match. Get their offense moving a little bit as they have not put a lot of points on the board yet. Then I'm joined here by Pat Doherty here for this matchup here tonight. And Pat, a rainy night. So we don't have as good of weather as we've had in the past, but we could have a good matchup, but we need to see some things from the Indiana High offense in particular to see if they can start putting some points on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And I asked Coach Wright about that in our pregame interview about, how do we get this offense in gear? And it's not just one thing, Mark. It's multiple things that are the problem. Maybe a guy doesn't run the fake. Maybe somebody doesn't go in motion. They miss a block on the edge. All these little things add up, and really that's what makes football a team game. All 11 men have to be doing the same thing to make the plays work.
And with Indiana, you have a number of players here. It's different if you had a couple of, our players that can help to hide some of those mistakes. When you have a couple of players that are making those mistakes, or even one or two, it's hard to make up for those with a team like this that is still young, still trying to find itself, and got a lot of guys starting for the first time this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And they just, as Coach Wright said, this isn't going to be measured with wins and losses. This is going to be measured with progression each week, getting better, being more assignment perfect, and trying to be more physical. If they can accomplish being more physical and be assignment sound, then you give yourself a chance to compete in these games. But, we've talked about all year. He's got 25 freshmen on this roster. Some of these guys have been thrust into action. A lot of sophomores have been thrust into action. Another test and another opportunity for Danny Trevorrow to lead this Indiana offense, and hopefully each week you see he gets a little bit more comfortable.
I think so far we've seen that. We've seen a lot of Danny being able to take steps forward and making those taking positive steps. But another test here for him tonight, and probably the toughest weather conditions that he's faced so far. But the thing is, everybody's facing the same conditions, and as we look at Knoch, I think they had a couple of guys banged up recently as well.
Yeah,
so
and Knoch's an interesting situation because Armstrong's quarterback from last year, Colt Sprinkle, his family moved into this school district, and he was granted, eligibility. So he came into the season as their starting quarterback. 2-year starter for Knoch, Cody Mullins, got moved to wide receiver so they could get both guys on the field. Well, against Montour, Sprinkle got hurt. Mullins played last week against Newcastle and had a great day. They didn't lose the game because of Cody Mullins last week.
Yeah.
And that was a bizarre way to lose. They were up 12 points with about 3 minutes to go in that game and ended up losing. So, they're Knoch searching for something too. And Knoch's numbers are down. They only have about 33 kids.
Well, I can remember it was either last year or the year before. We were here at this field, and I believe Indiana pulled off a surprising victory against the Knoch Knights, and it was a really hard-fought game. So anything can happen. We're going to have to see, some really positive strides forward, but it can happen tonight, and we'll see what happens in this football game. We talked about some of the injuries that were taking place, some of the individuals that are stepping up, and we have Knoch wearing camo jerseys tonight. So while you're watching on the live feed, you'll be able to see the Knoch Knights in camo jerseys. You guys will be okay. Pat and I may have some trouble seeing those numbers through the rain-soaked window here, but we'll make sure we call it the game and bring you all the action here from Knight Field at Knoch High School. So we're going to have more of the pregame show. It is the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show, and we are live from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. And coming up next, Pat did talk to Coach Brad Wright. He talked a little bit about that earlier. You're going to hear that full interview when we return. You're also going to hear our senior spotlight. That's coming up here as well in the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show, and then we're going to set the stage for this game, including starting lineups, the opening kickoff, keys of the game, and more. That's all coming up next. You are listening to Indiana High Little Indian Football on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So, there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for T. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $9 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
I'm Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland and Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics or engaging in extracurricular activities or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's future. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person, on Election Day.
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons & Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
When it comes to screen printing and promotional items, nobody does it better than S&S Screen Printing of Indiana. Stop in and check out how S&S Screen Printing can help your business, school, or booster club grow with a full line of apparel and promotional items. Or visit them online and see the full lineup at snsscreenprinting.net. snsscreenprinting.net. Yes, snsscreenprinting.net. S&S Screen Printing, 1200 School Street in Indiana. At S&S Screen Printing, they do it right here.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team. It's about the strategic and business plan. It's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Sometimes you don't realize how dirty something is until it's sparkling clean. That goes for your house. What a difference a whole house cleaning would make. T's window cleaning will get rid of all that dirt, grime, and molds that builds on roofs, sidings, gutters, windowsills, and porches to make your home look brand new. Call today for a free estimate. T's Window Cleaning at 724-840-4160 or on Facebook.
This is Chief Justin Shaw with the Indiana Borough Police Department. Like your favorite team on the field, we're here for you before, during, and after the game. We take pride in being part of our community. From attending local events to engaging with students to caring for families, we're only a phone call away. Our team's mission is simple: your peace, safety, and comfort. The men and women of the Indiana Borough Police Department and our first responding partners are committed to serving and protecting you on and off the field. So as you cheer on your team, know that we've got your back. Stay safe, Indiana.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
Every homeowner or business needs a landscaper they can count on. That person is Corey Wells of Wells Land Maintenance. Lawn mowing, weed eating, trimming, planting, mulches, fences, patios, excavating, and digging. Wells Land Expertise. Make Corey Wells your landscaper. Call 724-840-0891. That's 840-0891 in Creekside.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
We're back on the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show. I'm joined by Indiana head coach Brad Wright. Coach, again, not the result you wanted last week down at Derry. After their first 3 series, though, it seemed like defensively you guys settled in and were able to, put up a goose egg in the second half. So you have to build on that.
Yeah, our defense played well in the second half. I think it was a matter in the first half our offense just wasn't functioning at a high level, and we gave them some short fields and stuff, and we had some shots there that we didn't take, and that's something we needed to start expanding this offense is take some shots downfield, and that way defenses can't just crowd the line and suffocate us. It's kind of what we're working through right now.
Yeah, I mean, and you had Danny Trevorrow under center for another opportunity. I assume he'll be there this week again. And again, we've talked about some of these young guys having to start stepping up, and it's all well and good to say they're young, but now here we are into game 3, 4, 5 for some of these kids. It's time to start seeing that forward progress.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we said from the get-go that this season won't be measured as far as wins and losses. It's more about the experience that we're trying to give the players and build the program. And we still have kids wanting to show up and play. We just added somebody new to the roster this week. But at the end of the day, you definitely have to be accountable for the quality of your play. And guys need to start stepping up and watch film more, execute, practice harder, put a better effort on the field Friday night collectively.
And let's talk about film study just really briefly, because I know when I was in school we had the VHS tapes, and obviously you couldn't take them home. They had 1 or 2 copies that they'd give guys, but we'd all huddle down at study hall. Now with Huddle, it's everybody has access to it on their laptop, on their Chromebook. There's no excuses why these kids aren't watching film and scouting their own opponents.
Yeah, you're right. They have it at their fingertips 24/7, and I can actually get into Huddle and see who's watching film and who isn't. So it's a great tool for coaches as far as keeping players accountable on the film study. But we watch film Saturday morning with our players. We watch defensive films, and then on Monday after school we watch offensive films, and we try to correct mistakes. We're not watching entire games, but we pick out plays that we feel have a teachable moment, and then we show as far as the scouting report is concerned, what the opponent's going to do for that week. Stunts and fronts and blitzes and coverages. These are all things that we study in film.
Yeah, and it's all part and parcel of what's expected of being a varsity football player, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just part of the game plan. It's part of what makes a varsity player an effective player.
Okay. So you're going to Knoch. It's not a terrible trip. We were there last year, so you know what it's all about, and to go down there, and they're usually a physical football team. What do you expect out of Knoch on Friday night?
Their numbers are a little down. They just canceled the JV game, but nonetheless, they have athletes. They have a good core of skilled kids. They have two kids that can play quarterback, as we mentioned in Sprankle and Mullins. That they're tough competitors and they're good athletes. So this will be one of the better offensive teams we'll see. At least through the first 5 weeks of the season. We have to be ready to go. We have to match them. We have to step up offensively and help our defense out.
Yeah, and obviously we can look at I don't want no other way to sugarcoat it other than we're not scoring points.
No.
And you take the Ringgold game, and if you go back like midway last season, we haven't scored more than 7 points. So you got to. The question is, what things can you do from a staff perspective or scheme perspective to try to create more offensive opportunities?
You just look for tendencies and you look for space and you try to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers in space. And we're not above trying different things to really kind of make ourselves a little more dynamic. You'll see a few wrinkles in the game plan this week to try to help us get the ball in our best players' hands.
Now, last week you came out right after halftime. You did the onside kick. Probably had your best drive of the game then thereafter, and just couldn't punch it in. You had the ball on the 1 yard line with a chance, to punch it in to cut it to 21-4 or 21-7.
Yeah.
And just weren't able to capitalize. And
no.
How frustrating is that to a team and to you as a coach? When you have those opportunities, you gotta make them count.
Yeah, it was just a series of unfortunate events. On first down, we had a play action I thought we would catch him with, and we forgot the run action portion of it, so we had no fake. All right, and that usually doesn't work out very well. Second down, we ran the ball. Third down, we ran the sweep, and we didn't get the edge because our guys didn't block properly with their techniques. And then on fourth down, we dropped the pitch. So 3 out of 4 plays we didn't execute at a high level, and you're not going to score when you do that.
Yeah, and that just shows you, what a team game football is, because it takes all 11 doing their assignment to make it work. And it's so frustrating, though. I got to believe as a coach, you've got to be like, oh man, every play. And then when you go back and watch the film, you're really like, okay, here's why this didn't work. Here's why that didn't work. So, it does come down to execution and guys just getting zeroed in and focused on their assignments. Really.
Yeah, and it all starts in the huddle. We need to do a better job. We've been harping at it all week. Hey, after the previous play, run back to the huddle, shut your mouth, get organized, watch for the play call, break out of the huddle fast and get up to the line of scrimmage and get ready to go.
Yeah. And that's so important, because then it gives you time to run shifts and motions and all the things you want to do to try to figure out what the defense is doing.
Correct, yep.
As far as your defense, like I said, we touched on that. Like, you played pretty well in the second half last week, but you got a huge test this week, whether it's Sprankle, whether it's Mullen, and how do you get ready for that?
Well, we just have to make sure that we're ready we have to defend the run and pass well, and they're going to mix it up and they're going to stretch the field horizontally and vertically. Our guys have to cover. We can't let guys get behind us in coverage, and we have to tackle shifty people in space. So we have to tackle better. Yeah.
Well, Coach, best of luck tonight. We appreciate your time as always, and we'll be back with more of the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show after this.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons and Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
Are you or a loved one seeking a vibrant and supportive community to call home? Look no further than the Addison of Moorhead Place, located in Indiana. The Addison of Moorhead Place offers more than just a place to live. It's a place to thrive. With their commitment to exceptional care and enriched living experiences, they invite you to discover the joys of retirement in a community that feels like family. Schedule a tour today and discover why the Addison of Moorhead Place Senior Living is more than just a place to live. It's a place to thrive.
This is Senior Spotlight, presented by the law offices of Patrick Doherty. Today I'm joined with Senior Preston Kessler. Preston, first off, welcome to the football team. Talk to me a little bit about your parents. Who are your parents?
My mom is Trisha Kessler, or I guess maiden name Trisha Todd, and my dad is Martin Kessler.
Okay. And do you have any siblings?
I have two siblings that live with me, and 2 that are not living with me. I have Jake, Harley, Kenzie, and Marty.
Okay. Now, how many years have you played football?
I've been playing for 3 days now.
So, you're new to the team this year.
I'm new to the team.
You're not new to sports in Indiana, though, however.
No.
You have a couple state championships, if I'm not mistaken, correct, in swimming?
Yeah, I got 5 state championships in swimming.
What made you decide your senior year you wanted to play football?
Funny enough, I was sitting there a few nights ago with one of my good friends. I called him up because I wasn't having such a great night, and we were sitting there talking, and he said, "Why don't you come out and play football?" And I started thinking about it, and I really didn't have any good reason not to. So I said, if you can go home and you can convince my parents to let me play football, I'm all for it. And that's exactly what we did.
All right. So as you move forward, what kind of future plans do you have?
I actually just recently committed D1 for swimming to go to the Naval Academy. So that's what I'm doing for college, and then after that I'll serve in the Navy for a little bit.
Do the coaches at the Naval Academy know you're playing football yet?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we always want multi-sport athletes. That's what every coach tells you anyway. Who would you like to thank to as to who got you this far in your journey?
Yeah, obviously my parents both raised me great and kept me in sports all my life, right? I haven't played football ever, but I'm pretty athletic, and that's all thanks to them putting me in sports. And really, more than anybody else, Josh Anderson. He's the reason I'm here.
All right. This has been Senior Spotlight with Preston Kessler, brought to you by the law offices of Patrick Doherty.
Every year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
It's football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized Train dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car.
In Saxonburg, PA, with our keys to the game brought to you by Luther Ford Lincoln in Homer City, and also online. So check them out with Luther Ford Lincoln or Keys to the Game. Pat, you got our keys for tonight.
All right, the key, first and foremost, can Indiana's defense control Knoch's offense? Can they stop, whether it's Colt Sprinkle or Cody Mullins? Are they able to stop and limit this? Last week against Newcastle, this offense put up a bunch of points, had a bunch of yards, ended up losing late, but they are explosive on offense. On offense for Indiana, will they be able to sustain drives and finally punch the football into the end zone? That is imperative, that they are able to get ahead, get a lead, and play with that lead. And otherwise, Mark, they just have to come out and play physical and try to get better this week, better than they were last week.
We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout and come back with our Grand Beginnings Children's Center kickoff. We'll also go down to the sidelines with Doug Steve and take a look at these weather conditions for tonight when we return. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV back in 30.
It's football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized Train dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance.
Gives Wealth Management Sideline Report, Doug Steve.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And, you know, the weather conditions, it's raining. The hardest it's rained here this evening. It's coming down pretty good right now, so it will be a factor. There's some breeze. It's breezy as well, so we'll see how it affects the passing game for both teams, more or less for Knoch. Still in the low 70s, so temperature it's fine. It's just this rain right now, and they thought it was going to be out of the area. It's still coming down right now, so hopefully it's ball control. Who can cause and create the most turnovers will decide the victory, hopefully, tonight for Indiana, back upstairs.
Knoch won the toss. They are going to receive. Tim Birch ready for the kick. I believe that's Caden Spencer back deep for Knoch. And here is going to be a short kick. Bounces out of bounds for Indiana. And our opening kickoff brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center. And that little pooch kick, I guess we could call it a pooch kick, over the head of the first wave of the return team, but right out of bounds near the 38-yard line.
That's not what Indiana, I think, had in mind, and that's going to give great field position. They'll be 1st and 10 at the 40.
Interesting decision, too. I mean, we've seen Tim Birch put this one in the end zone multiple times this season. But either way, they're going to end up with a short kick and end up giving them, because of the out of bounds, penalty at the 40-yard line. We're going to do our best to bring you some of these numbers. If you're watching at home, you know what we're talking about.
They're adding 5 yards because there should have been a flag that went out of bounds there.
Okay, so it's going to be at the 45. So it does look like Cody Mullen, the junior quarterback, 6'3", is in the backfield at quarterback. We talked whether he or Colt Sprankle would be back there, and it's Mullen. Running back is Skruka. And the give is going to be to Skruka, who's going to find some running room along the left side. He's going to be dragged down after a gain of about 8, though. Good opening run for the junior running back. Is that how you say it, Skruka?
I think so.
A fun name to say.
Yeah. That's what they want to do. It wasn't anything fancy. They just got to the edge, secured the end of the line of scrimmage, and were able to pick up 8 yards.
So 2nd down and 2. Empty backfield this time for Mullen. He's got a man in motion. He's going to get the handoff. Dragged down in the backfield.
They got it for a horse collar.
Oh, that's not.
Darius Webb got him in the backfield and dragged him down. Looked like by the jersey.
Horse collar.
I thought he had actually hands on both sides of the jersey, which would have led me believe it. He read the play beautifully, got in the backfield. That would have been a loss of about 7. But instead, this one's going to be a penalty and going to push the Knights forward into Indiana territory and an automatic first down. But, Doug, what did you see down there? Because it looked up here like he just grabbed the jersey on both sides and just pulled the shoulder pads down.
Well, he had one of his hands right on the neck, right on the jersey part of it, but right below the neck, and the other hand was on the side. But it's still, that's quite. He has 2 hands on the jersey. It's not like he's has one hand pulling him down.
Either way, this does push the ball all the way down to the. Well, they're going to place it at. Well, they're still moving him back, so they're not sure where they're going to be.
40 now.
So it's the 42-yard line, 41-42 in Indiana territory. So here's Cody Mullen in the shotgun formation. He's got trips receivers to the left, but instead he gives it to the Skruka, the junior running back up the middle, dropped right near the line of scrimmage. Good defense that time by Indiana, Wyatt and a host of others.
Yeah, that really was. They did a good job at the point of attack. They were able to stymie Knoch's offensive line and come off the block. Did a great job wrapping up the back that time.
Darius Webb in there again. So 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play. Bunch formation inside here, and the give is going to be kept by the quarterback, Mullen. He's going to find some running room. He's still on his feet. He breaks another tackle inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. So Cody Mullen breaks free for a 42-yard touchdown run and scores first for the Knights. Boy, it looked like Indiana might have had a chance to wrap him up after a short gain.
What they did was it was a quarterback counter where they just pulled everybody out. He faked the one way and cut back the other way. Nice run by Mullen. Once he gets into open space, he is dangerous.
If counters run effectively, it's a tough play to defend against because you have the blocking right in front of you, pulling another guard. But either way, Knoch does strike first with 10:33 left to go in the first. Here is the snap. Extra point is down. It is good. 7-0 Knoch as they strike first on a 42-yard quarterback keeper. We'll be right back with the kickoff. AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Available in all states.
Save up to $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
I'm Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland and Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics or engaging in extracurricular activities or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's future. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person, on Election Day.
Back here, and some exchanges coming out there because of some equipment issues for Knoch. But apparently they're coming back on.
Yeah, 35 still on the field.
They should have to come off. Doug, what do you see down there?
They got 35 and 7 did not have their knees covered with their jersey pants, so they made them go off the field, and the 35 fixed it, came back on, but then they sent him back off. So they do have 2 new players on, and they do little short kickoffs here.
Cannon Trofimuk is the kicker for Knoch. And here is the short kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 22-yard line, but dropped immediately. For Indiana, they're going to take him right down near the 22-yard line.
That was Roman Jones on the return for Indiana.
So,
where are they marking that?
I think Roman was injured to start the season, but been getting more playing time here. So the drive summary for the opening score. Pat, do you have that?
Yeah, 4 plays, 58 yards, capped off by the 41-yard touchdown run by Cody Mullen at the 10:33 mark of the first quarter.
Here's Danny Trevorrow, the sophomore, with 2 receivers split to the right, back to pass. He's going to fire it. Fires it over the head of the intended receiver, and that was Rocco Cosentino. Had Rocco there, actually. It looked like he would have picked up a minimal gain, but the ball sailed on Danny a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mind that, though. Come out, wet conditions. You know, the nice thing about wet conditions is the offense knows where they're going. The defense generally doesn't, so you'll see more slipping and sliding on the defense.
Tough to get a good grip on the football, but I like the fact that they're being aggressive early on and allowing Danny to put the ball in the air. So 2nd down and 10, the ball's still at the 22. Man in motion, and they're going to blow it dead. That was Bowersox in motion. We'll see if there was any motion on the line. It looks that way.
It looked like Indiana was going with the Wildcat formation on that time because Aro came out of the game.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because it looked like who was lined up in the quarterback position had 2 gloves on.
Was that Elijah?
Is it Cosentino came out there?
No, you're right. It is Rocco. He's got the 2 gloves, and he's actually still in the huddle calling the play, and he's going to line up as the quarterback, and that is Thomas to his sidecar left. That's Bowersox in motion left to right. And again, there's a flag. See, this bothers me when they do this. Are they telling them what the motion is? Normally what they'll do is try to let the kids know if they're lined up wrong, but 2 plays back-to-back look like the same exact play that the flag was thrown. And 3 penalties early on for Indiana have all proven pretty costly.
Well, and you start to wonder, okay, you go to the Wildcat, does that changes cadence? Are guys used to Danny's cadence and now Rocco does it in a different manner? Who knows?
I don't know if they called it on
I don't know what
somebody jumping or if it was the motion man. But either way, it is 2nd and 20. 2 receivers split to the left. I believe Trevorrow is back. And now we got another flag thrown. This one, the
delay a game.
So, wow.
Coach Wright's calling a timeout to get everything settled down here in Indiana.
This is probably smart at this point in time. So timeout on the field. It's going to be 2nd and 25 when we return. We'll take a timeout as well for 30 seconds. AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM. Renda Digital TV back after this.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the law office of Patrick Doherty.
To be a champion.
Second down and 25. Danny Trevorrow back to pass. He's got a receiver. The ball is going to be caught at about the 26-yard line. Not a first down, but certainly picks up a good chunk of the yardage that was lost by the penalties, and I believe that was Joseph.
Yeah, really nice play. They did Danny on a half roll, and he was able to set his feet and put the ball right on Joseph. Now you have a chance on third down.
So it's 3rd and 7 after 3 straight penalties. It was 2nd and 25. And now Danny's got trips receivers to his left. Thomas is in the backfield. Here's going to be Danny back to pass. He's going to fire it. Ball is going to be caught and dropped down. I believe that was Wyatt making the catch to about the 29. Picks up a couple, but not enough for the first down. So the 15 yards and penalties, 3 back-to-back-to-back, does prove costly as the Indians are going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, Tyler Nelson comes on to punt, and with wet balls and things, you just hope you get the snap and get it off.
A couple of nice passes there. It's a shame that you're facing such a down that you couldn't see what this offense could do, but now you're getting the defense back on the field, looking to make a stop. It is a good punt, good high kick. Fielded at about the 39. I didn't see a fair catch signal, but they do blow it dead, so he is going to have the ball dead at about the 40-yard line. So, Pat, the opening drive, we saw the Indiana High defense actually get some pressure in the backfield. I saw some penetration from them, even on the touchdown run, but the one big play proved costly. So some positives, I guess, is what I'm trying to say from that. They had a tackle in the backfield negated by a penalty.
Yeah,
but
exactly. They got pressure. I don't think their Knoch front is going to dominate Indiana's front. So now you just got to make sure you secure tackles and don't give up big chunk plays.
So the ball is placed on their own 40-yard line, and here's going to be the pitch to Skruka, and he's going to be dropped and a gain of about 2 or 3. Good open field tackle that time for Indiana. I think that's Darius Webb again. Boy, he's had a nice couple of series early on.
Yeah, what they did was they had a lot of motion coming towards the Knoch bench to Indiana's left, and then they ran the ball back to the short side of the field, and if Webb doesn't stay home, that goes for a big gain.
Same formation. The give is going to be a keeper. This time Mullen up the middle. He's going to break a tackle, take it across midfield for a first down for the Knights. Nothing fancy there. Just kind of followed his blockers up the middle after faking that handoff. Had one of the linebackers keying on the running back, and that opened up a little bit of running room for him. Ball is going to be placed down at the Indiana 49.5-yard line. Cody Mullen now with a 1st and 10. It's leading 7-0 is Knoch. They have 2 receivers split far to the right, actually 3. And Mullen looked like he was going to pass it. Instead, he's going to keep it himself. Avoids one tackle. There's a flag on the play. Is going to be dropped after about a 2-yard gain.
Should be a hold.
It should be.
It is. It's a hold on them. I thought that Darius Webb was getting held on the end there.
So the first penalty against the Knoch Knights comes after a 2-yard pickup, but that's going to send the play back. That looked like it might have been a designed pass, and because of the pressure, Mullen tucked it away and ran it.
And we want to thank Blairsville Floor Coverings and Crimson Wealth Management for our sideline reports.
And also Luxembourg's Jewelers, the timeout that happened on the last drive, brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers. Not too early to plan for Christmas. So here on 1st down and 20, back to pass is Cody Mullen. He's going to find he's had a receiver open there across midfield, but he threw it over his head, out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd down and 20.
Snyder was on the coverage.
And they're actually going to say it 2nd down and 19.
Yeah, that's what they have it marked at.
Tell you what, you guys have your work cut out for you today, trying to figure out these jersey numbers on the military uniforms. It's tough to tell.
Well, there's a guy named Pete Grunwald. He might get some snaps tonight, Doug, if you know him.
I know him very well.
Spread formation. Here's the receiver coming in motion. Cody Mullen back to pass. He's going to fire a wide receiver screen about the 38-yard line. Finds a little bit of running room as he does cross the midfield marker. That is Keaton Oprosky. And he's going to get about 9 yards, setting up a 3rd down and 10. Oprosky's a senior receiver, wearing number 1.
Yeah, they just did like a little screen outside, and he was able to pick up about 9 yards.
Bunch formation to the right for Cody Mullen as he looks to the sidelines, trying to get the play.
Look for a counter back towards Indiana's sideline.
Skruka in the backfield with him. One receiver split to the left, and a flag is thrown. This one looks like it's going to be, and they're going to call Indiana on an encroachment.
Wow.
You ever feel like you got everything working against you? That's a 5-yard penalty and going to make a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 5, which changes quite a bit from an offensive play calling perspective. So now they're in a spread formation instead of that bunch. They do change the play call a bit. Here is Mullen back to pass, finds a receiver. It's going to be caught for a first down across the 30-yard line down to about the 28.
Bauer Sox on the tackle for Indiana.
That's Caden Spencer making the catch for Knoch.
And we do want to thank InFirst Bank for their sponsorship of first downs. Normally it's Indiana's first downs, but we want to thank them nonetheless.
Same formation. Here's Mullen back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to fire it deep into the end zone. The ball overshot. Good coverage. That was intended for Spencer again, but ended up being double covered down there, and ball thrown over everybody's head. So 2nd down and 10.
Spencer, a nice target. He's 6'3", so you're going to probably see a lot of balls thrown his direction tonight.
Senior receiver as well. They got a lot of underclassmen here on the line and at some of the skilled positions, but a couple seniors at the wide receiver spot. Back to pass. Mullen, no, he's going to take it himself. He's going to find some more running room. He's going to cross the 10-yard line. He's still on his feet. He's fighting for the end zone. Did he make it in? Yes, he did. Tell you what, Cody Mullen has been an impressive runner as he's been able to find a little bit of a seam, and that's all he's needed to avoid the tackles and gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. And it's 13-0 Knoch.
Zabalski's the long snapper. Mullen's the holder.
Decent enough blocking up front for the Knoch offensive line. They didn't have to open up much of a hole, but just first touchdown was a 42-yard run. I believe this one was 26.
29.
Either way, it is now 14-0 with the extra point being good. 6:17 left to go in this first quarter. Indiana will receive the kickoff when we return. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Representative James Cruzy.
Well,
yeah, so it did stop raining. Got down to the sidelines. Doug Steve for our Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports. Doug, what'd you see in weather forecast, I guess?
Well, the rain has stopped, but it's still raining on Indiana right now. That's the Knoch offense, and they're down 14-0, so we'll see what Indiana can do. There's another little pooch kick.
And it's going to be received by Jones, I believe. He's going to find a little bit of running room as he stays on his feet down about the 38-yard line. Decent field position here for the Indiana High Little Indians. And we'll see what the offense can do. Indiana's problem early on, a couple of big runs, but they've also shot themselves in the foot with a number of penalties. In the first quarter, my count, is that 5 penalties already against Indiana?
Yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 5.
So, and a couple very key penalties. So if they can play a little more discipline, we'll see what this offense can do now. Ball actually at the 39-yard line for Danny Trevorrow. Got 2 receivers split to his right. He's back to pass. Quick drop. It's going to be intercepted by Knoch. Ball is going to be taken at the 35. Still on his feet at the 25, the 20, 15, down near the 13-yard line. Linebacker just stepped in front of the button hook pattern. And for Knoch, was that? I'm trying to see the
no, that was number 6, Barris. Okay. Carter Barris is the one that intercepted it.
Thank you, Doug. His numbers were hard to see. I wasn't sure if it was a 6 or a 5, but Carter Barris, the 5'9" junior.
You know, I was just about to say, prior to that snap, Knoch runs an interesting defense. They play 1 middle linebacker, and then they play 5 guys in the secondary. It's almost like they're in a nickel package all the time. and those safeties can come up and go back as needed.
So the short pass, just looking for a quick hook pattern, and Barris steps in front. The ball now all the way down to the 14-yard line. Here is Knoch. They're down to the end zone. The ball, nice job, nice defense. That time I believe that was Jones. And
is that Bowersox, or who came in?
That would have been
I'm trying to see.
McFarland as well.
McFarland came in and punched that ball out. You can see it on the Dowds of Plumville replay.
McFarland was in on that play.
Yeah, I mean, Jones was there, but McFarland came in and just punched that ball out. Otherwise, that's a touchdown.
So they were going for the quick strike right after the turnover. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Already up 14-0. Here's Knoch. Going to be an inside screen, and that ball, dangerous pass that time. Went over the head of the intended receiver. They were just trying to set up an inside receiver screen there. And if Indiana had been a little closer, that could have easily gone the other way.
But, you know, this makes you wonder. Okay, I'm not a coach anymore. Mullen has had such success. We got to show how smart we are by throwing the football.
I understand going for the kill
first down,
at
sure.
first down, but the second play, I don't quite get that one.
Run the ball, pound it.
I'll bet you we see him run it here on 3rd and 10. Ball is from the 14-yard line here. He's empty in the backfield. Oh, and he's going to set up a running back screen, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. And Skrukic fighting his way forward to get maybe a yard or two. But, yeah, Pat, I'm with you. I think you just saw how impressive he can be against this defense with the first couple of series, and instead they threw it 3 straight times and ended up getting 2-3 yards maybe.
Yeah, so now you have a 4th and 7. And let's see, are they going to try to kick this?
5:23 left to go. Still in the first quarter here.
Their kicker made 2 big kicks against Newcastle in the first quarter of last week's game. So I know they have confidence in him.
He's on the right hash mark here. Kicker's name's Cannon Trofimuk. He's a sophomore.
28-yarder.
28-yard field goal. Oh, and they got a tip on that one. Let's see who got in there. Indiana did tip the ball. Rolls out of bounds. Trayvon Joseph, and he's
Jones. Take that back. Roman Jones.
So Roman Jones got in. The ball was tipped out of bounds. So the field goal is no good, and Indiana is going to take over. 4:55 left to go.
Dowds of Plumville replay, you can see that. Now that ball gets marked, Doug, at the 4-yard line because that's where it went out of bounds?
Well, Indiana, with them blocking it on that side of the line of scrimmage, I believe they do get it at the 3.
3. That seems almost
seems like a penalty to Indiana.
Yeah. I think that should be where the ball was kicked at that
rule.
point in time.
I just don't get that rule in high school. I just don't.
Yeah.
They consider it almost like a punt.
Right. And I saw that. Yep, I bet you that's what happened. We're back. All right.
Can you hear us still? Garrett, are we still connected?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are still on the air here. We apologize. We went out for a second there. Let's watch that.
Yeah, we lost some power
for a second.
Quick,
either way, the play is down after about a 3-yard pickup. 2nd down and 7 here for Indiana. They're still in that wildcat formation. Cosentino going to fake it. He's going to take it up himself, and Rocco crosses the 5-yard line, crosses the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up an extra yard, but it's going to set up a 3rd down and about 6. Here comes Trevorrow back in the game. So they're mixing it up a little bit here on offense, trying to use that wildcat.
Indiana really needs to try to pick up this 1st down and just take a deep breath.
How about a quick pass to Bowersox?
Elijah Thomas in the backfield with Danny Trevorrow. He's got 2 receivers split to his left. Fake, going to pass it. He's going to fire it deep. The ball is going to be underthrown and almost intercepted. The ball intended for Joseph. And I don't know whether he expected Trayvon to turn around a little quicker and make a play off of that, or if that ball was just slipped out of his hands. It is, again, the rain has stopped, but still wet conditions down there, which could always alter the pass.
I think that's what it was. It just didn't seem to come out of his hand properly.
So it's 4th and 6, and dangerous spot to punt the football. We'll see if Knoch looks to try to send somebody to try to get a block attempt here. And the kick is going to be a very high and very short kick. It's going to bounce. Does take an Indiana hop at about the 30-yard line. Still rolling. It is going to roll down at about the 39-yard line, but still, Knoch's going to take the football in Indiana territory at the 39-yard line. And the Indiana High offense just not able to get much going.
Yeah, no, we're all right.
So 3:21 left to go in a slow-moving first quarter here. A lot of passes put up in the air by both teams, surprisingly, when Knoch has ran the football pretty effectively.
Yeah, and I would imagine that we're going to see more of Cody Mullen after the last series.
So 1st and 10. Ball is going to be bobbled, and Mullen is just going to fall on it after that snap. So the shotgun snap off the mark, and it's going to place the football back at the 49-yard line.
That's a 10-yard loss. Ball just went right through Mullen's hands on the snap.
14-0, the first two offensive series for the Knoch Knights. They scored. Then a missed field goal, and Indiana has not scored at all on offense. Here's Mullen. Tries to fire a football over the middle, and Pat him just questioning maybe if Knoch outsmarting itself right here on offense with some of the play calling where you have a quarterback who's really run the ball very effectively, and since his second touchdown, they've tried to put it in the air almost every play.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, you're trying to get your passing game established, but still.
Trips receivers to the left on 3rd and 19 now. Cody Mullen, he's got his running back Samuel Skruka in the backfield. Ball is placed at the Indiana 49-yard line. 2:47 left to go here in the first quarter, and the snap going to give up the middle to Skruka. He's going to be dragged down after a minimal gain, and I think you're going to punt this football away just because of the deficit here, but normally in Indiana territory you would see a 4-down attempt, but not here with 4th down and 16.
Yep.
So, yeah, I see them trying to try a couple different things, but I think they've had Knoch. If you're a Knoch fan, you feel like you've got a couple missed opportunities the last two drives. Here is the snap, going to be a high kick. It is going to roll, and Jones is going to receive it at about the 8-yard line, and he is going to get hit immediately. Boy, I thought Roman might let that one go over his head because it looked like it was headed to the end zone. Instead, he receives it and pays for it physically.
Indiana's going to start backed up in their own territory yet again.
And I think if you're Indiana, just take it one play at a time here and just try to get back to running your offense. Focus on picking up a first down and then see if you can build from there. But you're still only down 2 touchdowns despite how dominant this has been.
This is a first down, so let's give First Bank some credit here, Mark.
It's
an First Bank first down for the Little Indians.
And another stop by the defense, which had 2 stops in a row, and I think that should credit those guys as well. Trevorrow now is in the backfield. We've seen that Wildcat earlier, but Danny's back, and he's going to roll out to his right, has 2 receivers. Danny's going to fire it. He's going to have his receiver, and he did hit Joseph in the hands, but good defensive play. Knocks it out of Trayvon's hands in the last minute. Would have been a first down.
Naprosky on that, number 1 on the defender.
Keaton Naprosky, and he had pretty good coverage to step in at the last second and just knock that one loose. It looked like that could have been a first down completion. Good defensive play.
I like the play call, though, on first down. They try to get Danny out on the edge, give him an option either way, throw or run, and he put the ball right where he needed to.
Yep. And rolling to his right, it's a little easier for a right-handed quarterback going that way. Ball on the 8-yard line, still dangerous territory. 2nd down and 10. It's going to be given up the middle to Thomas, and fighting his way is Elijah up to about the 9-yard line. He may pick up a yard or 2, but that's about it.
Doc, you talk about the roll-up. It takes away probably 2/3 of the field for him to throw on, and it gives the defense less room to cover.
Unless you're going to be crazy and throw back across the field, which I wouldn't recommend.
I don't think many high school players, quarterbacks, if any, can do that.
Your idol, Richard Ingold, would have been able to do it.
Oh, and I think Indiana had too many men in the huddle that time, as it looked like you had a guy trying to get off at the last second. So this another penalty in this first quarter, and it's going to send the Indians back half the distance to the goal line. So what was a 3rd and 9 now may be, well,
it's going to sit right at the 5.
About a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13 maybe. So either way, a little bit further distance for this Little Indians offense. See what Trevorrow can do as he fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, fires a completed pass. I believe to Bauer Sox, who's going to pick up about 5 yards, but dragged down short of a first down, and the Little Indians are going to have to punt this football away. Like the play call. Like to see that on 1st or 2nd down to make it a little more manageable, but that was a nice play call, well executed, just not enough yardage for the first down.
And Indiana just can't get out of the shadow of their goalpost.
Well, field position has been an issue, and while the defense is making stops, they're doing it in their own territory. So here is the punt. This one's a better punt. Although the ball is going to be bobbled. Indiana's going to have a shot at it, and I think that Knoch does fall in at the last second. They just didn't have any Indiana players back that way.
So Walga dived in there to try to get it, and it looks like he might have rolled an ankle in the process. He comes up limping.
Ball didn't hang up there long enough, and unfortunately because of that, Indiana did not have the coverage down the field, but that ball bobbled and was easily there for the taken, but it does fall dead at the 41-yard line, and the Knoch Knights will take over here. 14-0 is the lead, and 29 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. Let's see what Cody Mullen elects to do here on 1st and 10 in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself, and this time, I don't know if that was an intended pass, but faked the handoff, rolled to his left like he was going to run it, and then tried to dump it over the head of number 7.
Yeah, and it was well covered anyway. I mean, Indiana had a guy right there.
That was Ethan Rouleau. And Indiana did have it covered. And actually had the run covered, the quarterback keeper covered as well. So 2nd down and 10 now. And here is going to be Mullen taking it up the middle. He's going to be slowed down, but still on his feet as he takes it inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. Didn't look like he had a whole lot of room there, but instead he finds about 7 yards. Yeah, last play of the first quarter.
He keeps his legs churning and does a good job.
Indiana could not bring him down. That will be the last play of the first quarter. 14-0, the Knoch Knights with the lead. We'll come back with second quarter action on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So Good Patient Care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Four here from the Indiana 35-yard line, the Knoch Knights, as we start the second quarter, leading 14-0, and Cody Mullen, the junior play caller, in the shotgun. The officials are still trying to get this ball set.
Well, now
they're bringing somebody on the field.
Is that a trainer maybe coming over to the Indiana sideline?
Doug, was there an injury over there?
Yeah, it was Swalg.
That's
came up limping there, so I think they called for the trainer of Knoch to come over to look at him.
Here's a man in motion for the Knoch Knights. He's going to get the handoff. He's going to find a way to run through it, tackle, and get down near the first down marker.
He should be short. He should be a yard
Keaton
short.
Naprosky. And he's going to be, I think he fell down right before the marker.
Short, right at the 37.
Could not see the tackler who made that stop.
I'm sorry, the 33.
Actually, they're going to stop him about 2 yards shy, so it is going to be 4th and 2. For the Knoch Knights, they have trips receivers to the left. They're getting right up to the line of scrimmage as Mullen calls the play. I wouldn't be surprised if he just keeps this one himself. He's back to pass. He's just going to wrap it up himself, and he's going to try to fight his way forward. I think Indiana might have stopped him. He's right near that marker.
That's a big-time stop for Indiana right there.
That hole closed very, very quickly for the defensive line, and Indiana is going to take over after a 4th down stop. Great job by that defense to sniff the play out, close that gap, and not allow Mullen to push forward as he's done so many times in this football game. That's 3 big stops, really, Pat, on these last few drives. They scored the first 2, and then Indiana stopped in the last 3. Unfortunately, it's been in their own territory every time.
This is the best field position Indiana's had all night,
That's exactly what I was going to say. 11-12 left to go in the half, and starting out on the 32-yard line. So let's see what they can do with this. Here is Trevorrow going to give it to Thomas. And Elijah fights his way forward, spins off a tackle, rolls across the 35 to about the 36.
They're going to mark their, boy, they didn't give him much at all. They marked it at the 34.
It allows them, though, to...
They're putting it right at the 35.
When they're not inside the 5-yard line, you can open up the playbook a little bit more. They were kind of confined back there.
2nd and 7, that's manageable now. You still have a lot of things you can do. I'd really like to see them try to get Elijah into the mix.
Even if you roll him out, maybe in the flat or something like that. We saw Bowersox make a catch in the flat. Oop. What happened there, Doug? Are they calling a penalty?
Well, they called it an illegal substitution penalty against Indiana.
Now, how could they? They weren't even in the huddle, were they?
I'm wondering if they got to the line and there was only 10 guys and they were running another guy in. Basically came from offsides going to that. That's the only thing I can think of, but it was a substitution penalty. So what is that, 7 penalties against Indiana, and most of those are pre-snap penalties.
Either way, that sends a so that was going to be, that negates the, so why did they let the play happen if that were the case? That's what I wonder.
Well, I think that's what Knoch's asking now, because they're saying, wait, it should be 2nd down, but the stick has it marked at 1st down.
If they're going to call,
they're resetting the clock. That's what it was there, because a couple seconds went off.
Okay.
But I still don't understand why they would allow the play to continue if they threw the flag with a pre-snap penalty. But either way, 1st and 15. That actually benefits Indiana, I think. And here is going to be Bowersox getting a little dump pass. He fights his way forward to the 31-yard line. So he picks up 4 out of the 5 penalty yards back with that little pass in the flat from Danny Trevorrow. Still is going to set up 2nd and 10 as opposed to 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
I don't understand a lot. This isn't why Indiana's losing, but some of these calls here tonight have been a little questionable.
The pre-snap penalties, they get you all the time. The illegal substitutions, the illegal motions.
Delay a game. And they almost always come back to bite you in some way. Either way, it is 2nd down and 11 here with 10:01 left to go in this first half. Trevorrow back to pass, doesn't see anything he likes. He's trying to avoid some pressure, but boy, 3 guys in the backfield are going to gobble him up and drop him. Just too many guys there for Danny to try to avoid. And
that's this instance there where Danny tried to do too much. He tried to reverse course, and it wasn't there. Sometimes you just got to put your foot in the ground, get what you can get, and live to fight another day.
And he looked downfield. His first 2 reads, nobody was open, and then tried to roll out to buy himself more time, but
Throw it away.
Coverage didn't allow that. Not the coverage, but the pressure did not allow that at all. That's where he's got to throw it away or just either way. It's 3rd and 21. Here's Trevorrow back to pass. He's going to be hit and drop. The ball is loose. Knoch is going to try to fall on it. They are going to fall on it. They're the only ones near the football, and Knoch is going to have the ball at about the 17-yard line. Boy, Trevorrow took a hit from the backside very hard, and that just popped the ball loose. And Knoch will take over with their second turnover of this first half. 9 minutes left to go. Knoch already leads 14-0 at time.
Well, hopefully they'll throw the football.
If they keep throwing the football, the defense has a shot.
That's what I mean. that can only help Indiana if they try to throw the football here.
This defense has been put in some tight spots. Playing in the shadow of their own goalpost most of this first half. Here comes Skruka up the middle. Is going to fight his way across the 15 to about the 13-yard line.
Cosentino on that tackle.
So I as much as you look at what Cody Mullen has done with those two big runs, really I think if you look at this first half, it's hard to look past the penalties as a big storyline.
Right.
In what has transpired here. Second down and about 6. Here is the give it to Skruka again. He's going to try to right side a little bit as he crosses the 10. He's going to fight his way forward. Looks to be close to a first down. He might be a yard shy.
Yeah, they're marking that just a yard shy. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Ball sits right at the 10.
But 3rd down and 1 here. Mullen going to take it himself. He finds some running room. He does pick up a first down, crosses the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Knoch Knights. 8 minutes left to go in the half. They lead 14-0. The one that bothered me was the illegal substitution penalty. Because, number one, I didn't see the flag, and they allowed the play to continue going. And right. Once the play was over, then they called it back and said, well, the down didn't count anyways. That's do not think a very good job by the officials, even if it was a penalty. Here is going to be Skruka up the middle. He's going to be dragged backwards, and he might lose a yard there after a good job by the Indiana defense. Jones, Webb, and company.
Johnny Wyatt was the first defender on the tackle on that one as well.
Thank you, Doug. Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports also brought to you by Blairsville Floor Covering as we send it down to the carpet. Here's another play, and the whistle is blown dead as Knoch tries to get up to the line of scrimmage and call that quickly. It's going to be dropped, though, before the end zone as they do push it forward, and they're getting right up the line of scrimmage again, but this is going to be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Very quick offense here for the Knoch Knights, and here's going to be Mullen up the middle. He's almost caught in the backfield, but instead sidesteps one tackler and into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Boy, for a second I thought Indiana might have had a shot at him in the backfield, but instead he sidesteps the tackle. I think that might have been Roman Jones who got back there, but either way, Cody Mullen gets his 3rd touchdown of the night. This one only from a yard out. 20-0 is our score. Well, you can't keep playing with fire and giving the Knights your starting field position in your own territory.
Indiana's offsides. There's another one.
Wow. The penalties tonight on Indiana in this first half have been killer. And they have so many pre-snap penalties. Other than the horse collar, they might have all been pre-snap.
Yeah. Yep.
Legal substitution, maybe not.
We'll see. Yeah, there's been a couple of those.
How they rule that, but either way, 6:45. Here's the extra point attempt. It's up and good. 21-0 is our score. Back in 60 seconds with a kickoff. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Sometimes you don't realize how dirty something is until it's sparkling clean. That goes for your house. What a difference a whole house cleaning would make. T's window cleaning will get rid of all that dirt, grime, and molds that builds on roofs, sidings, gutters, windowsills, and porches to make your home look brand new. Call today for a free estimate. T's Window Cleaning at 724-840-4160 or on Facebook.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
Dan in a Van hasn't returned your call.
Back here with the kickoff after another Knoch Knight score, and this one is a squib kick going to be fielded up the middle. I believe that is Roman Jones is going to take the football at about the 16-yard line. But boy, good coverage by the Knoch kicking team as they bring him down inside the 20. And again, tough starting field position. We have a Luther Ford Lincoln drive summary.
6 plays, 19 yards, 1-yard touchdown by Cody Mullen at the 6:45 mark in the second quarter. Knoch leads 21-0. Indiana has to find an answer here on this in-first bank first down.
We'll go down to Doug Steve here in a second after this play. I'd like to get his thoughts, too, on what's transpired so far, in particular with the penalties, what he's hearing on the sidelines. Ball is going to be placed at the 20-yard line here for Danny Trevorrow. First down and 10, and he's back to pass. He's going to have a backside screen. The ball is going to be tipped out of the hands of Elijah Thomas. Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports, Doug Steve.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And, when you talk about penalties, I help coach Pee Wee football, and you stress to the kids at that level. You don't want pre-snap penalties, the procedures, the offsides, and those are the things that are hurting Indiana tonight, along with the bad field position. But they're basic things. They're not physical. They're mental mistakes, and that's what's tough to comprehend at times.
So, and plenty of them have led to either failed stalled drives or scores from the other team. 2nd and 10, Bauer Sox in motion. To give is going to be a pitch to Thomas, who's trying to find some running room. He reverses field and does find a way to make something out of nothing on that run. He's going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards, but the Knights looked like they had that one strung out in the backfield, and Elijah did find a way to gain a few positive yards.
Yeah, he did. It was bottled up to the front side. Knoch did a good job of securing the edge, and he just cut back off of it, a little over pursuit. We do want to mention to our viewers on Renda Digital TV, with the rain and the weather tonight, it's really hard to be outside with a camera. So if you're picking up shadows and things, we apologize, but we are doing the best we can with that.
3rd down and 7. Here is Trevorrow back to pass. He's going to fire it, and the ball is going to sail over the head of Joseph. Had McFarland here on the sideline, but Danny under a little bit of pressure. And again, these field conditions, it's pretty tough to grab that football and get a good grip on that. They can get tough to see, as we saw with Cody Mullen as well, the quarterback for the Knights. He's attempted to throw a few times, and those have been off the mark too. So passing the football is going to be a bit challenging here tonight.
Tyler Nelson on the punt.
And here is going to be another short kick for Tyler. Going to take a good Indiana bounce, but still it's going to bounce out at the 49-yard line. So again, Knoch starts the drive in Indiana territory. I'd like to find out how many drives they started in this first half in Indiana territory.
Well,
I would say almost every drive except for the first one.
I can tell you that, Mark.
But
first drive they started in the Indiana territory on the 42.
Well, that was their own territory because they had that penalty on the kickoff.
Right, on their own. So they were backed up.
5 out of 7 drives.
Second drive, they started on their own 40. Otherwise, they've started in Indiana territory every other drive.
Wow, 5 out of 7 in the first half. Here is going to be a completion for a wide receiver screen. He's still on his feet. He's still going to be pushed out of bounds finally inside the 20-yard line. And that was just a quick receiver screen to the short side of the field, and the defense could not get to him as he was able to elude tacklers. That was number 7 for Knoch. And I think that we called his name earlier.
Quick, another one. Outside screen.
Rouleau.
And they're down inside the 20. Tackled there by Bowersox.
Ethan Rouleau is the sophomore receiver who's getting that receiver screen. First one went for a big gain at almost 30 yards. And the second one here, just a more modest gain, but still picked up 5 yards. Same exact play. 21-0 is the Knoch lead, and they have it now down to the Indiana 17-yard line with 5 minutes to go in the half. And here is going to be Mullen keeping it up the middle, still avoiding tackles, but he is going to be swallowed up before a first down. Tough runner. He's elusive, and he's a guy that you can't just arm tackle to try to bring down, as Indiana has tried to do a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, so the Knights have 3rd and 1, and, this is, I would imagine, 4-down territory.
They have been going hurry up for the last couple of drives.
Plenty of time, 4:28 on the second quarter clock.
And you can tell the defense has been on the field a long time this first half and almost wearing them down a bit. Time's not an issue here for this drive. A little over 4 minutes left. 3rd down and 1. Mullen is going to give it to Skrook up the middle. He's going to pick up a first down and still on his feet inside the 10-yard line where he's finally dropped. Looks like it's going to be about 1st and goal from the 10-yard line, so no first downs able to be picked up here for the Knoch Knights, but they can get a touchdown.
And we do want to thank our friends at In First Bank, serving the community since 1922.
3:50 to go in the first half. Here's Skruka in motion. Mullen back to pass. He fires it. He has a receiver open with a quick slant for a touchdown. And Knoch is going to extend their lead. 27-0.
Did we see who caught that? I didn't see
number
the number.
1.
Number 1?
Yeah, that was Pete Naprosky again.
Okay.
Very careful to almost got caught with the celebration down there in the end zone. They allow that in the NFL.
Within reason.
27-0, extra point upcoming, and that one is good. 28-0, 3:45 left to go. Indiana High will receive the kickoff when we return. AM 1450 WD80, 100.3 FM, and rent the digital TV. Back in 60 seconds.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
The kickoff was received by Roman Jones. Going to be tackled after a very short gain at about the 29-yard line. We have a Luther Ford Lincoln drive summary. Again, another Knoch drive summary here, Pat.
Yeah, 5 plays, 49 yards. It was a 10-yard touchdown pass from Mullen to Naprosky, and the extra point was good. Knoch leads 28-0 at the 3:30 mark.
Most of the damage done in the air with a couple of receiver screen passes on that drive, and capped off with that quick slant. Here is going to be the give up the middle. Thomas rolls off, spins off one tackle, keeps on his feet. Still moving the pile a little bit, but they do blow it dead at about the 34-yard line.
Again, Thomas does a great job of keeping his feet moving upon first contact.
He's done a nice job with that spin move. A couple times it looked like he was going to get hit near the line of scrimmage and spun off the tackle, and that's allowed him to gain positive yardage.
Got a report from our friend Darren Behringer, who's tuned in tonight. He said he's glad you're getting wet and I'm not.
Well, I'm older than him and I'm smarter than him too. Let him know that.
Well, we both are smarter than him. That's not an issue.
Here is Trevorrow back to pass. He fires it to Bowersox, who's going to get hit immediately right near the line of scrimmage. Good defense and a good stick. I think that might have been Skruka.
It is starting to rain again down here at a pretty good pace.
And that's going to make it a little bit tougher for the Little Indians to throw the football. Actually, they're going to give him maybe a yard gain on that pass completion to Bowersox, so it's going to set up a 3rd and 5 here for Indiana. Looks like a Luxembourg Jewelers timeout. Is that what they're going to call?
No, an injury timeout.
No, an injury timeout.
Prosky, I don't know if he didn't have his knee pads down below his knee. They're sending him off the field.
Yeah, and he's waving his hands at the coach like, what's the problem?
Okay, well.
You know that's the thing.
It's the rule.
It is the rule, but you see it in college now. You see it in the NFL. Those knee pads, nobody wears them.
Here is Trevorrow back to pass on 3rd. Now he's going to be hit and sacked. Just shot right into the backfield. Was that Pinkerton?
By Pinkerton.
Yes, it was.
So Pinkerton shoots right through the gap, unblocked. Makes an easy tackle to Danny Trevorrow, and there's going to be a timeout. And that's going to be called by Knoch. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. We're going to come back. 28-0 Knoch with the lead. They're going to get the punt here in a few minutes. 1:48 left to go in the half. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
And a mall location.
Are you or a loved one seeking a vibrant and supportive community to call home? Look no further than the Addison of Moorhead Place, located in Indiana. The Addison of Moorhead Place offers more than just a place to live. It's a place to thrive. With their commitment to exceptional care and enriched living experiences, they invite you to discover the joys of retirement in a community that feels like family. Schedule a tour today and discover why the Addison of Moorhead Place Senior Living is more than just a place to live. It's a place to thrive.
25-yard line, and it's going to give the Knights their worst starting field position of the night.
At the 25.
All the way back to the 25, so a good roll on that punt.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Nelson has really done a nice job. Some of these have rolled, but they're not rolling back towards the line of scrimmage. They're rolling away. So
it's a lot tougher when you're in your own end zone, getting that snap and trying to kick that away, which he's had a couple of those tonight. That one he had a little more space and was able to get a good boot on. So 1:38 to go. We'll see what Knoch elects to do here. And it's going to be Mullen back to pass. Fires with a quick slant across the middle. He's going to get close to a first down. Indiana finally does bring him down, but it is going to be a first down pickup for the Knights.
Spencer on the catch.
Caden Spencer going to get that reception down to the 37, maybe the 38. 1:20 left to go in this half. Hurry up offense and a spread offense here going to give to Skirka. Makes one guy miss. There's going to be a flag in the backfield. So this one looks like it may be coming back after Skirka is going to be dropped for about a yard gain.
It looked like a hold from up here, and that's what I think it is.
There was a block right in front of the official that led to that flag. And this one's going to come back. We'll see where they mark that hold. Ball was on the, it's going to be moved all the way back to the 30-yard line now. So, almost a minute left to go in a running clock here. First down and about 18. Here's Mullen. He's back to pass. He's going to roll out to his left. Indiana pursues him. Does fire it, and actually staying in bounds. Mistake there as the receiver had the football right near the sidelines and tried to roll it back inside to gain an extra yard instead of going out of bounds. That's going to force Knoch to use a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break as well. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV. Back in 30 seconds.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So, there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious.
Brought to you by Luxembourg Jewelers in Philadelphia Street in the Indiana Mall. Make your Christmas plans right now by shopping at Luxembourg's.
Yeah, go see Jeff and Kip. They always have something nice for you for sure.
2nd and 12 here from the 36-yard line after that 6-yard pass play. Forcing the Knights to use a timeout by not going out of bounds. Here is Mullen back to pass. He's going to fire it deep down the field. He's got an open receiver for this deep slant. It's going to be caught for a first down in Indiana territory and dropped at the 42-yard line. That is number 18.
DeFelice.
Indiana player down.
So that is Vincent DeFelice, and we do have a injury timeout in the backfield. We're going to take a 30-second timeout as well while they attend to the downed Indiana player. 30 seconds left to go in the half. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Able to walk off the field on his own power, but a flag thrown deep in the backfield. We thought it might have been a hold as McKenna put it down, but no, it's roughing the passer. So Indiana now allows Knoch to move an extra 15 yards.
30 seconds left in this quarter, and the clock is running.
Ball now down to the 26-yard line as Mullen in the backfield. He's under some pressure. Eludes one tackle. He's going to fire it, and boy, he should not have thrown that one because he threw it right between two Indiana defenders, and they were the closest ones to the ball.
Yeah, not a wise decision by Cody Mullen there.
But he was under a lot of pressure by the Indiana defense and was able to get away from it and to get a pass off, but that's one he probably should have just ate out. To his credit, that does stop the clock by throwing it incomplete, but it was very close to being picked off.
19.4 seconds on the clock.
28-0, Knoch with the lead there. 26 yards away from another score here with 19 seconds. Here's Cody Mullen under some pressure again. He's rolling out to his right. He's going to try to fire this one, just throws it away. Smart play that time by the junior quarterback. Sets up third down, but down to 12 seconds.
Parker Bowersox came from the defensive linebacker position and forced that throw. And we want to thank our friends at Dowds of Plumville for their sponsorship of our Renda Digital TV instant replays.
And again, we apologize if you're watching that feed. You probably see a lot of raindrops, and it makes it a little tougher to see, but they're doing a great job. So we're glad you're able to tune into the video feed as well on Renda Digital TV. Here is 3rd down and 10, and Mullen back to pass. He's going to fire it over the middle. Wide open receiver for a first down. Is still on his feet inside the 5-yard line where he will be dropped, and they're going to call a timeout. So with 4 seconds left, we'll see what the Knights elect to do in this timeout. 30-second break. We're going to step out, and we'll come right back. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
Every year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
First and goal from the 5-yard line, only 5 seconds left. This is likely the last play in it, and Knoch is electing to go for it.
They still have.
So here is Mullen in the backfield. He's going to roll, and he's going to fire it wide open for the touchdown reception. He faked like he was going to run the football and then just pulled up and found Spencer for the touchdown.
Yeah, they had brought Spencer in tight and then just trickled him out, and they faked the run to the other side, and Mullen just stopped. He was wide open. Well-designed play.
Well-designed, well-executed by the Knoch Knights, and a little bit unsure why they were going for it as opposed to kicking the field goal, but the play was very well done, and it does give Knoch a 34-0 lead, and this kick could put the second half into the mercy roll. And a flag is thrown. Boy, if this is on Indiana again.
12 guys on the field for Indiana.
Oh, my. And you wonder how that can still happen at this point. Doug, I think we struggle with the younger kids at getting enough guys out there.
Yes, and
with special teams.
You have younger players, you have some injuries, and the players still have to know what positions they're on and what teams they're on.
So 1 second left to go. Here's the extra point. It's up and good. 35-0 Knoch with the lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back with the last play of the first half. 35-0 Knoch with the lead. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV back after this.
Community since 1953, Blairsville Floor Covering offers a wide variety of stunning floor options, from luxury vinyl plank and hardwood to indoor and outdoor carpet. Located at 26 West Market Street in Blairsville, they've set the gold standard in customer service for over 70 years. Stop by today or call 724-459-9350. Blairsville Floor Covering, where expert service and top-notch quality come together to transform your space. Blairsville Floor Covering. We've got it covered.
When it comes to screen printing and promotional items, nobody does it better than S&S Screen Printing of Indiana. Stop in and check out how
Drive summary, Pat.
Yes, we do, Mark. 8 plays, 75 yards. Touchdown pass from Mullen to Spencer, 5 yards. At the 1.5 second mark in the second quarter.
So Indiana just falls on this squib kick. 35-0 is their halftime score. Let's go down to Doug Steve, our Crimson Wealth Management Sideline Report with Coach Wright.
Okay, real quick, Coach. Mistake field first half. When you lose the field position battle, a lot of penalties, it's not going to help.
Yeah, we were really good at playing really bad football. All right, not just embarrassing. Completely unprepared to come out and play. We can't get out of our own way. We can't execute our game plan. We can't do what we practiced all week. We were terrible.
Okay, there you have it, head coach Brad Wright, and very discouraged because a lot of this are minimum, as we talked about, and those are on the players a lot too, back upstairs.
100%, and he didn't mince any words whatsoever. We're going to talk about the first half and as we head into our SCG Hobby halftime show, and we'll also talk about the halftime stats. We'll do the game summary, take a look at the second half and what could be here in the second half as we continue here with the SCG Hobby halftime show. 35-0 Knoch Knights with the lead. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
When it comes to screen printing and promotional items, nobody does it better than S&S Screen Printing of Indiana. Stop in and check out how S&S Screen Printing can help your business, school, or booster club grow with a full line of apparel and promotional items, or visit them online and see the full lineup at snscreenprinting.net. S&SScreenprinting.net. Yes, S&SScreenprinting.net. S&S Screen Printing, 1200 School Street in Indiana. At S&S Screen Printing, they do it right here.
1, 2.
The moment. To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank entity? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
More choice, more savings at Walbeck Insurance. 479-9378. 479-9378.
This is Chief Justin Shaw with the Indiana Borough Police Department. Like your favorite team on the field, we're here for you before, during, and after the game. We take pride in being part of our community. From attending local events to engaging with students to caring for families, we're only a phone call away. Our team's mission is simple: your peace, safety, and comfort. The men and women of the Indiana Borough Police Department and our first responding partners are committed to serving and protecting you on and off the field. So as you cheer on your team, know that we've got your back. Stay safe, Indiana.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Wow! Quick, Ken, we're getting higher and higher!
Almost as high as the closing fees on those mortgages we sold last month.
And we keep getting higher!
I know! Our closing costs are making us a fortune right now!
They sure are, but I meant we are getting higher towards the moon!
Hey, and the best thing is our customers can't find us up here!
Tired of closing costs and hidden fees going to the moon? Are you fed up with online mortgage companies treating you like an astronaut who doesn't have problems with things going higher and higher? Refinancing or purchasing a new home? InFirst Bank is here for you. They've been the trusted local mortgage lender for over 100 years. They won't surprise you with increased closing costs or hidden fees. Only personalized service. They'll work with you every step of the way to get you into the home of your dreams. InFirst Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
But either way, it was 4 plays, 58 yards. It was a 41-yard touchdown run by Cody Mullen. Ended up with the score. Indiana then didn't help themselves with more penalties on their first drive. They had 3 straight procedure calls that put them back at 2nd down and 15. We had to punt the football away. Knoch took it over and then took it 7 plays and 60 yards, and Mullen again went for a touchdown run, this time for 29 yards. It was 14-0. Indiana's very next offensive play, they threw an interception, but the defense did stand tall. The next 3 Knoch possessions, defense made a stop, even though they were battling with field position most of the night. But Indiana's offense failed to score on their next possession. They fumbled the football, and Knoch took it in the second quarter. 6 plays, 19 yards. It was a 1-yard run, the 3rd touchdown run by quarterback Cody Mullen of the night, 21-0. Another 3-and-out for Indiana. They did not pick up a first down in that first half offensively. And the next series by the Knights, 5 plays, 49 yards. This time through the air, Mullen hit a Prosky for a 10-yard score. And then Indiana punted the football away with just a minute and 38 seconds left in the half. And Knoch used their 2-minute offense very effectively as they took it 8 plays, 75 yards, and in a minute and 38 seconds, it was Mullen to Spencer for a 5-yard touchdown pass, 35-0. That wrapped up the scoring in the first half. That's how we got to where we are. A lot of penalties for Indiana, helping to either extend drives by Knoch or stall their own drives on offense, but no first downs for the Indiana offense. And that's where we are here at the end of the first half. We're going to continue with our SCG Hobby halftime show. When we return, we'll take a look at those First Commonwealth Bank quick stats. Pat Doherty will also has the keys to the second half and more. Coming up next, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
It's football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized Trane dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Every year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
Save up to $12,000 on a new F1.
The Knoch Stadium here in Saxonburg, PA. 35-0, the Knights with the lead over the Indiana High Little Indians. And Pat is here with our First Commonwealth Bank quick stats. Time to be first.
Well, as we talked about, Mark, Indiana had no first downs. They committed 10 penalties for 54 yards. But Danny Trevorrow was 5 of 11, 33 yards passing, 1 interception. Elijah Thomas had 4 carries for 11 yards. Rocco Cosentino, 1 carry for 1 yard. Receiving, Trayvon Joseph had 1 reception for 18 yards. And Parker Bowersox had 3 for 11. Indiana did block a field goal on defense, so that was a positive. They were able to actually kind of for a little bit stem the tide, got 3 consecutive stops. But the tale of the night is, Knoch's offense. Cody Mullen, 11 of 19, 133 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns. Let's see. Carries, Cody Mullen had 10 carries, 88 yards, 3 touchdowns. So between his legs and his arm, he's contributed 5 touchdowns. Let's see. Skirk has 8 carries for 28 yards. And, that's basically the tail of the tape. Knoch has been called for only 2 penalties.
Yeah.
So, there you go. And Knoch has 2 sacks on Trevorrow for 16 yards. So that's kind of where it is right now. And
the 10 penalties for 55 yards seems strange, too, because one of them was a 15. 2 of them were actually
but all the other ones were those
penalties.
pre-possession 5-yard deals, the illegal substitution, the illegal motions. It just – and some of them were in tight territory, so it was half distances.
It's possible. But either way, 10 penalties is far too many, and you heard the frustration in Coach Wright's voice I think a lot of fans felt that way, too, watching that first half, just because of so many of those penalties and mistakes that were made. I was impressed with some of the things the defense did. They made 3 consecutive stops, including a blocked field goal, really with their backs against the wall in each one of those drives. But you can't keep giving 3 and outs.
That's exactly right. The offense has to do something to help every once in a while to at least flip field position or to, just keep the defense off the field. When you're out there 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, no defense is going to be able to hold up against that. So, it's tonight's a frustrating one.
Yep.
Because, the Char Valley game, they were just better. They were bigger, physical. I don't feel that way when you look at these teams. It's just right now, Knoch is out executing Indiana.
Well, they are winning 35-0, and they are out executing. They're being more disciplined as well with those only 2 penalties against Knoch on the night so far, as you mentioned. And Indiana only 45 yards in the first half, no first downs. 35-0 is the score. We're going to come back with more of our SCG Hobby halftime show when we return. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Up to $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Serving the community since 1953, Blairsville Floor Covering offers a wide variety of stunning floor options, from luxury vinyl plank and hardwood to indoor and outdoor carpet. Located at 26 West Market Street in Blairsville, they've set the gold standard in customer service for over 70 years. Stop by today or call 724-459-9350. Blairsville Floor Covering, where expert service and top-notch quality come together to transform your space. Blairsville Floor Covering. We've got it covered.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Band is out performing their halftime show. We just had the Indiana band a few minutes ago. 35-0 is their score. As we mentioned, Knoch did take the opening kickoff, they won the coin toss and elected to receive the opening kickoff. So Indiana will get the ball to start the second half. However, it will be a mercy rule for the second half because of the 35-0 score. So I think you still, if you're Indiana, look at it as a clean slate. Try to just pick up a first down to start things out, and then the big thing is you got to find a way to get your offense something.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter. You got to start with the first down. Start with a first down, then see what happens. And that's all you can do. Just one play. I go back to, and this is probably attributed to Nick Saban at some point, but Kurt Signetti brought it to IUP, and he said, each play has a life of its own. 6 seconds each play. Then it's over. So don't dwell on it. You got to move forward. Each play is its own individual play. You hear coaches talk all the time, hey, it's a 10-1 game season or whatever it is. Yeah. Well, this is, one play. Let's win the first play. Then we'll worry about the next play, then the next play, and then the next play. And hopefully you can stack positive plays on top of each other because, again, for this Indiana group, these are all valuable repetitions for these young guys.
And because they have so many young guys, and we talked about in the pregame that, part of the struggle of this team is they've got so many kids that they're starting for the first time this year, and there are a lot of young players, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. And every one of these plays is important for the development of these kids. So they do have to look at it that way. The offense, though, that's one thing where they're averaging only 6 points a game throughout the entire season so far. So if they're able to put a couple of things together, maybe like you said, put a good play together, then put a couple of plays together, and put a nice drive together, start trying to find some momentum with something that seems to be working. The line's been doing okay, but they gave up a couple of big sacks there. The one was really costly with the blind side, and when you can't let your quarterback get hit from the blind side that.
And Mark, it doesn't matter if you're a sophomore or a senior.
Yeah.
You take a hit from the blind side like that.
You see it in the NFL.
At this level, guys are going to cough up the football. It happens.
Yeah.
But
that's a tough hit.
Yeah, and so just like we said, build on each play, one play at a time. Just try to keep getting better. And, the reps, these will pay off for them eventually. Maybe not today, but, these reps are all valuable.
Any other keys from you for the second half for this team?
Don't give up. Keep fighting. Come out. Try to set an attitude. And I know it's hard. It's hard because, you look at the scoreboard, it's a running clock, and you think, let's just get the heck out of here. But, you're building film, teachable moments. Keep fighting.
I like the fire from Coach Wright at the end of the first half when he talked to Doug. I mean, you don't like necessarily to see that, but I was encouraged that, and I hope that translated to his kids because he didn't sound like a guy that was ready to quit.
Look.
And if that continues with the team, you have a lot you can build on in the second half here, and you don't want to quit. That's the big thing. Do not quit.
The reality of it is, and it's real easy to sit on the sidelines and say, they should do this, they should do that. Look, these coaches put a lot of time in.
Yes, they do.
Building game plans. They spend probably more time with kids than their own families do during the season. So, there's not one guy on this Indiana staff that isn't giving their greatest effort to get these kids prepared. And the kids are giving effort to get prepared. So when you see this result, it's frustrating, and it's going to bubble out a little bit and be upset and be mad. But, the key is they're all trying. Nobody came here and said, hey, let's let Knoch just steamroll us tonight.
Yeah, let's just go out there and Yeah, it's they care as much, if not more, than some of the fans or
Right.
family that might be frustrated.
The
I bet you they
time-
care a lot more.
The time that's put into football.
Yep. And the sad thing is, you look at that first half, and I saw there were positives. And I mean, there were a number of things. I thought defensively, in this, regardless of the 35-0 score, there were a number of big defensive plays. I thought Darius Webb had a really nice first half. He had a lot of nice plays. We saw good plays. The problem was the defense continued to be ran back out there after three and outs over and over again, and most of the time in their own territory. What do we say? 5 of the 7 drives were started in Indiana territory. So it's really tough for a defense to continue to be put in those situations, and I thought they made a lot of big plays and big stops. Unfortunately, it just made it had to make far too many of those big stops, and that's going to wear down any team. It doesn't matter how good the defense is. You can't keep putting them out in those situations and expect them to come up big every time. So that is going to wrap up our SCG Hobby halftime show. The teams are starting to come back out in the field. We're going to come back, and we'll get our Grand Beginnings Children's Center second half kickoff when we return. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV. Back after this.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
Game was on the field when the clock ran out to put the 3 minutes on, so they had to wait for both teams to get onto the field. Then they started the clock. But, the second half, Indiana has to play for pride. They play for the name on the front of the jersey, nothing else, and that's what they should be playing the second half for. And as coaches, this is where it's probably the toughest part of the job is get teams motivated on a lopsided game as they have a half to go. So we'll see what players come out this half. We'll see if we see any new faces that we haven't seen yet this year. and we'll just go one play at a time. That's all you can do. Back upstairs.
Our sideline reports brought to you by Crimson Wealth Management, as well as brought to you by Blairsville Floor Coverings. So we'll be going back down to Doug here throughout this second half, and hopefully with some positive reports here. We'll see what this Indiana team can do here in the second half. They will get the football first to start the second half, and we'll see what this offense, hopefully with better field position than they had most of the first half. So, boy, look at all the sparkles down on the
on the track.
On the track.
Yeah, the cheerleaders must have been doing something.
Would not want to be the guy who has to clean that up. But either way, we are wrapping up halftime. It looks like teams are starting to come to the sidelines here to get ready to go out onto the field. Again, the first half kickoff was taken by Knoch and only took them 4 plays to score, helped out by a horse collar penalty.
Now, the bright side here is, and they're going to sponsor our second half kickoff, but Grand Beginnings Children's Center,
yes,
they donate $1 per point scored on every Renda broadcast. So not only Indiana and Homer Center and Blairsville's games, the U92 game of the week as well. So, not that we like that score, but at least $35 is going to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive.
Absolutely. And we do like to see
what Grand
Beginnings Children's Center is doing, and we'd like to see that sponsorship and the money.
We would rather see that 35 on Indiana's side
Absolutely,
of the ledger, but it all goes to help kids.
So the kickoff is sponsored by Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center.
And also all of our replays are sponsored by our friends at Dowds of Plumville. So if you're watching on Renda Digital TV, the replays are brought to you. And here's the kick.
And here is a short kick. It's going to hop past Thomas, who's going to field it at the 11-yard line. So he's going to fight his way forward. He's going to stay on his feet. He's got some running room across the 40, the 45, the 50. He's got one man to beat. Elijah Thomas is still running on his feet. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's going to take it all the way in for a touchdown. No flags on the field. Was waiting to see if Indiana or if Elijah was going to be caught there, as he had a couple of guys chasing him, but he turned on the Jets. And that is how you start a second half for Indiana, with a kick return touchdown by Elijah Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, really,
89 yards.
He got past that first line, and he was gone. He was able to show that he had some jets. So now Tim Birch is on to attempt the extra point.
Elijah had to go back to the 11-yard line as the kick went past him, picked up the kick, and that almost allowed the blocking to set up for him, as he basically was untouched. And the kick is going to be bobbled. So Danny Trevorrow, the holder, has to throw it incomplete, as the snap was not good. So Indiana does score a touchdown on special teams. 6-0 from the Elijah Thomas 89-yard touchdown on the kick return. And we're going to come back with an Indiana kickoff. AM 1450 WD80, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the law office of Patrick Doherty.
9-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Elijah Thomas. Makes it 35-6. Let's go down to Doug Steve on the sidelines.
Well, just what the doctor ordered. After that touchdown and Thomas was crossing the end zone, the whole Indiana team was coming down to where they had to go, to the 25. They couldn't go by it on the sideline. But a lot of enthusiasm. That was great to see, not by just Elijah Thomas, but also by his teammates along the sideline.
Yeah, we talked. Thank you, Doug. We talked about that in the halftime. And not like these kids don't care. I think the way that they reacted to that touchdown shows how much that these kids absolutely care. Every single one of them was so pumped up, and that was just what the doctor ordered, like Doug said. Here is a nice high kick into the end zone for a touchback. So Tim Birch. Now, it was a bobbled snap on the extra point attempt, so that was no good for Indiana, which is why it is 35-6. But
And the mercy rule is the clock still goes, even though they got it under 35. Once it reaches 35,
right,
it runs the whole way.
yes, so that's not going to change anything here. And the other thing is that kickoff, this is the worst starting field position of the night for the Knoch Knights.
Yes,
they have it all the way back at the 20-yard line. So here is going to be the give to Skirka. He's going to find some running room as he crosses the 30-yard line. So picks up a first down on the run. Just takes it around off tackle to the right.
And that's another Knoch Knight.
And Samuel Skirka gets a first down on a first down carry.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. They just ran, essentially a sweep around the right end and got it blocked up well and good enough for a first down.
So the ball now all the way to the 31-yard line. Cody Mullen in the backfield with Sam Skirka. He's got two receivers split to his right, and Skirka takes it up the middle. He's trying to move it to the left-hand side as he picks up about 2 or 3 yards off the left guard. So they're going to give him 2, a second down and 8. Pretty good penetration by the front 4 for the Indiana High D. Ball looks like it's moved up a little bit more, so it might be second and 7.
Second and 7.
Two receivers split to the left for Cody Mullen. He is going to give it to Skirka again. Actually, is that...
It's hard to tell with the
numbers. No,
numbers.
this one is number 7 this time. And I believe that's Rouleau. So Ethan Rouleau. It's hard to see these numbers, but it looked like a single digit. That's why I had to question myself. Either way, Ethan Rouleau picks up only a yard, so we're looking at about 3rd and 6 now.
Yes, and
Rouleau lined up at receiver. So Sam Skirka in the backfield. Here is Cody Mullen. Drops back to pass, inside screen. It's going to be caught for a first down. He's still on his feet. Indiana's finally bringing him down in their own territory. Through the ball all the way down to about the 41-yard line as the ball is caught by Caden Spencer. Graham McFarland finally brings him down, but that was just a wide receiver screen pass. We saw that ran a couple of times in the first half, and every time it seemed as if they had the blocking down the field to be able to provide a big gain, and this time it's another big gain down to the 41. Here it is again. Same pass, this time to Rouleau, though, as the wide receiver screen. Again, it picks up a first down. So this
flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play there. So that one was all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Holding. I think they got that on number 4, the receiver out wide.
They've had pretty good blocking on every one of those screen passes to the receiver, but that time maybe too good a blocking as that one's coming back. So, first down and 20.
You know, with Knoch's numbers are not high on the overall team, there's no JV game tomorrow. Indiana will play legal on Monday.
So they almost started moving all the sticks back there too, but the referee had to stop and say, no, it's just the down marker. That's 1st and 20. It's not a 1st and 10 all the way back there. So the ball is moved to the 49-yard line of Knoch. So back in their own territory. Skirka in motion. Here's Mullen back to pass. He throws that inside screen again. This time it's caught. Finds some running room again across the 40, the 30, 25, the 20. It's a first down pickup. And that is Zabrowski again. That same pass pattern.
And that's another Knoch Knights.
And he just drops back to pass and has that inside screen set up. The blocker is set up in front of Zabrowski or Rouleau or whoever it is. And this time it's a 31-yard pickup on that screen pass as it goes for 31 yards after that penalty. And now down all the way to the Indiana 20. We're in the red zone for Knoch Knights.
And that's a killer after that penalty.
35-6. The give is up the middle. He's still on his feet as Skirka as he takes it to the 16-yard line. Now they're going to place him down at the 17. So only about a 2-yard gain. 7:20 in a running clock. We are in the mercy rule here. 35-6 is our score, with the Knoch Knights comfortably in the lead in this game. Scored on their first 2 possessions and then their last 3 of the first half. Indiana scored on their opening kick return here in the second half.
And this is where, if you're Indiana, you really just want to keep them out of the end zone.
So 2nd down and 7. Give to Skirka. He's rolling out to his right. Good tackle by Jones.
Roman Jones did a really good job of coming up from the corner position, setting the outside edge, made Skirka go inside of him. Really nice play.
Bowersox got out there as well, helping to spread the field, or stretch the field a little bit, and allowed Roman to get in there to make the stop. So now it's 3rd down and 5. It's going to be a long 5 for the Knoch Knights. We'll see if Mullen elects to keep this one. He's got 2 guys in the backfield with him now. A different formation. He drops back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. Doesn't find anybody open, and the ball is going to be fired. Is that going to be an interception? Oh, Trayvon Joseph thought he had it, and they are going to say he has it.
They got it at the 1-yard line, but it is an interception, and Indiana gets the stop.
For a second there, it looked like the official ruled incomplete with the way he went, but he was saying that the ball is down, and that is Trayvon Joseph, who comes up with a big pick. So they had a field goal blocked and ended up taking over at the 4, and then an interception, which takes over at the 1. So I think Indiana will take it, but it's certainly tough field position.
The field position battle has been, it's the old adage, you're going uphill both ways.
Yeah.
Like the old time, in the snow tonight. There's snow and rain. And
great job by the coverage. Nobody was open as Mullen tried to buy time, and finally, good play by Joseph. Here's just a quarterback keeper trying to give himself a little more space.
And they got it out to about the 4.
He did get 3, maybe 2 or 3 yards on that, which at least gives them some breathing room.
Hey, Doc, here's a tidbit for you. The 50-50 tonight was won by the chain crew.
Wow.
They won't share it with me down here.
Yeah,
and I'd like to point out on that chain crew is Les Shoup, the Hall of Fame IUP basketball player, and his son Josh Shoup is the athletic director here, and he told me he did everything he could to keep you off the roof tonight.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I'm not built. I'm like sugar, Doug. I melt in the rain, brother.
2nd and 7 now from the 4. Here's Trevorrow back to pass. A quick throw just outside the reach of the receiver. He tried to get rid of that one quickly. Did not want to be stuck in his own end zone for too long. But that ball thrown off the mark.
Yeah, Josh and I have been friends a long time. When he was at IUP, we were there together. He played on some of those great Kurt Kanaski teams that went to the Elite 8 and the Final 4, and just a good ambassador. He's been all over. He's been at Pine Richland. He's been here. Plum, and just a great human being, and we thank him for everything he did to take care of us here.
3rd and 7 from their own 4-yard line. Here's Trevorrow, rolls out to his right. He does fire the pass. It's going to be intercepted and into the end zone for a touchdown. Danny was under intense pressure and just tried to get rid of the football, so he didn't take the safety, but he released it as he was falling down, and because of that did not get as much on it as he wanted, and instead it's a pick 6 the other way for Knoch. So traded interceptions. One, he got it on the 1-yard line. The other one took it in for a pick 6.
Again, field position.
It's a killer. It's a killer. 41-6 is our score.
Skirka's the one that intercepted that, 22.
Okay, make sure we get that. And he had nobody in front of him with the field position. It was could have crawled into the end zone if it wasn't a
Mullins the holder. Rough-Muck's the kicker.
Extra point is good. 42-6 is our score. Back in 60 seconds. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Every homeowner or business needs a landscaper they can count on. That person is Corey Wells of Wells Land Maintenance. Lawn mowing, weed eating, trimming, planting, mulches, fences, patios, excavating, and digging. Wells Land Maintenance does it all with expertise. Make Corey Wells your landscaper. Call 724-840-0891. That's 840-0891 in Creekside.
Up to $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Just taking it across the 35, still on his feet as he pushes it forward towards the 40-yard line. Helmet comes off. So that drive summary looks like, it wasn't a drive summary. It was a pick six.
At the 4:17 mark, Sam Skirka, and it was about, what do you think, Doug? Like a 7 or 8, maybe 10-yard?
Well, officially, what are they recording from the line of scrimmage? I guess not from the line of scrimmage. It was probably about at the 6-yard line.
Yeah. So, well, that was the line of scrimmage was a 4. So yeah, about a 6-yard INT return.
3:50 in a running clock. 42-6 after the pick six. Here is Trevorrow with man in motion, and the give is going to be up the middle to Elijah Thomas. He finds a little bit of running room. There's a hole there as he crosses the 45-yard line. Our drive summary is brought to you by Luther Ford Lincoln in Homer City. Elijah's going to pick up 5 yards on first down. So we did see a score here by Indiana. I'd like to see what the offense can do if they can put a nice drive together and find a way to get it into the end zone. 2nd and 5 here. 3:13 left to go in the third quarter. Here is back to pass, and that's not Trevorrow.
That's Strack.
Yeah, so that
Jason Strack, the freshman.
It's going to be the freshman, Jason Strack, and he does roll it forward and is able to run for about 2 or 3 yards, so it's going to set up 3rd and short. So we might see a few new faces in here. Pat, and we'll get ready here with our
lineups
roster to make sure from both teams here that we are able to make sure we get the right guys called. Some of the same faces we see out there. I see Kessler out there as well, but here is Jason Strack in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right. That is Thomas, who's going to get the handoff. He goes off tackle to the right. He's going to pick up a first down.
Not just a first down, an in-first bank first down, Mark.
It's an in-first bank first down
at the
Indiana.
2-minute and 16 mark of the third quarter. Thanks to our friends at In First Bank since 1922, they've been serving the Indiana County community.
So I believe is that the first down of the night for?
Yes, it is. Obviously, we had none in the first half. We returned the kickoff, and then we threw the pick six.
And that carry does take it down to the Knoch 42-yard line with 1:50 to go in this third quarter. Jason Strack, he's got a man in motion. He's going to give it to that man. Is going to be Rocco Cosentino. A flag thrown, so you knew it was only a matter of time before one of those came out again. Rocco's going to get about a yard and a little slow getting up as well, but that flag looks like it's going to be coming back. And Rocco is he's still sitting down.
Rocco.
They're going to attend to him. We're going to take a 30-second timeout while they do. And we'll come right back with a second down play, or maybe a first down play. We'll see. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Off on his own footing, and the penalty, though, thrown on that is going to be a 10-yard holding penalty. So it's 1st and 20 now, and ball all the way back to the Indiana 48-yard line. Here is Jason Strack, the freshman at quarterback. He's going to drop back to pass. Dumps it off to Elijah Thomas with the screen. Elijah trying to find a little bit of running room. He does cross midfield, but he's going to be stopped after only about a 3-yard gain. Looked like some of the blocking was set up for him, but it closed pretty quickly. Good defensive pursuit there by the Knoch Knights in their camo uniforms tonight.
Yep, those camo uniforms are really cool unless you're on the radio broadcast team and having to read numbers.
Trying to see who's
a white number would help, but it's camo with the dark blue.
Yeah. So the numbers are camo as well, apparently.
They really don't want to know. They don't want you to know who it is.
They're camo for radio broadcasters at least. 2nd and 17. Here's Stack back to pass. He's got some pressure. He rolls out to his right. Still on his feet. He's going to keep it himself. He's still on his feet as he crosses the original line of scrimmage. So picks up about 8 yards on that quarterback keeper. Last play of the third quarter. We're going to have a 3rd down and about 8 when we come back. 42-6. Knoch Knights leading Indiana. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Very hard worker. And I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create. And I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Back in the backfield. He's going to take the snap. He's going to fire it. Just a little bit short. He did have an open receiver there. And Strack just missed the intended target. And it's going to set up 4th down and 9. And I think Indiana is going to go for it here. They did get their first down of the game. And, well, now they are sending a couple of new guys out. We'll see what they elect to do. I don't see Nelson out there, though, so...
There he runs out now.
Well, now he's coming out, so they are going to punt this football away.
Put a fake punt on.
So Strack was able to pick up some good yardage, but the holding penalty made it too much for the Little Indians to be able to manage, and now the kick is going to be up. A high kick, fair caught. Bobbled a little bit, but he's able to keep possession of it down at about the 13-yard line. That's where the Knights are going to take over. So we might need the Knoch roster as well as we see who they elect to send out on the field in this fourth quarter. It's 42-6. The lone score for the Little Indians came at the start of the second half with a kick return by Elijah Thomas for 89 yards. Extra point snap was off the mark, and so the kick was never gotten off. Knoch had great field position most of the night thanks to a lot of penalties by the Indiana High team. And trying to see. I have no idea what the number is now for who is at quarterback. It looks like 19, but either way he hands it off to number 36 who picks up about 2 yards. So that is Daniel Schubert. Oh, they're going to say it's 26. Well, I can't tell a 2 from a 3 with those uniforms, and so if that is,
they gave him 1 yard.
He does get a yard.
And 19 is the quarterback.
And I think that is 36. I don't think that's 26. So I think Amon, who is a sophomore running back.
You know, we talked about this early. Knoch canceled their JV game, so.
And here's number 35 for Knoch.
Lang with the carry for the Knights.
Cameron Lang, who's a freshman, who picks up another couple of yards. So he's going to get 3, set up 3rd and 5 here.
So as a result of them canceling, Indiana picked up a JV game against Bald Eagle. Is that right, Doug?
Yes, on Monday it is. Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock at Bald Eagle.
9:40 left to go in this game, 42-6. Knox facing a 3rd and 5 from their own 19-yard line. Handoff is going to be
Fumble.
fumbled, and Indiana's going to jump on the football. I think John Wyant has it.
Yes, Wyant has it.
He's going to fall on it. It's going to be at the 16-yard line, and Indiana's going to take over really in great field position now to see if this offense can find a way to put one into the end zone, which they would love to see in this football game. Not going to change the outcome, but you can change the score and certainly can change how
perception
you feel about things going home on the bus.
And, just because there are new faces in the game doesn't mean you don't compete.
But we do see Thomas still in that backfield. Jason Strack is the quarterback, but Joseph is out here, split to the right. Parker Bowersock, still see him out there. So we do see a few other guys, and here is Jason Strack. He fires it. He's going to throw it deep to Trayvon Joseph, and boy, Joseph looked like he was knocked over while he was trying to make that catch. With all the penalties they've thrown, I'm shocked they didn't throw one there. Doug, what did you see?
Well, you know what? I mean, there was some contact, but I think at this time of the game, it's game management by officials, too. You're going to call stuff that's obvious.
Yeah, and if you're watching it on the Renda Digital replay,
ball was underthrown a little bit.
Yeah, but you're going to get those calls more often than not. I like the ball by Strack.
I do too.
Really nice ball. It allowed right on Joseph.
Joseph was the only one who really had a shot at that one. Here's McFarland, who's going to take the handoff as he comes in motion. Good block by Thomas. McFarland fighting his way forward, still on his feet near the first down marker. I think Graham will see where they spot him. He does get a first down.
Yep, 6-yard line.
So Graham gets inside the 10 to the 6. And Indiana still has some life here on this drive.
Another in First Bank first down, Mark. In First Bank, they provide mortgages. They provide all kinds of services for Indiana since 1922.
We appreciate everything In First Bank does for the community as well and helping to sponsor these games. First and goal from the 6. Jason Strack. Sidecar is Elijah Thomas. He's going to get the handoff. Elijah fights his way forward. He's down near the goal line, into the end zone for a Little Indians touchdown. 42-12. Good blocking up front by that offensive line, and Elijah happy to push that one forward into the end zone.
Yeah, that's a good answer by Indiana. They forced the turnover on defense, got the short field, and then capitalized. That's what you want to see.
Junior running back getting it into the end zone for the Indiana score. And here is the extra point. Snap is down. This extra point is up and good.
The extra point.
42-13. We'll be back with an Indiana kickoff when we return. AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
Summary after the fumble recovery by Indiana.
3 plays, 16 yards, 6-yard touchdown run by Elijah Thomas at the 7:39 mark in the fourth quarter.
Here's another deep boot by Birch into the end zone for a touchback.
Kickoff goes into the end zone. It'll be first.
So Indiana was able to get a couple of turnovers tonight. They got the fumble recovery and an interception. But unfortunately, they've given it away with 2 interceptions, and I believe they had a fumble as well. So
the turnover battle and those ones that happened early, Knoch was able to just capitalize. I think they scored on everyone except the one interception because we blocked the field goal.
Yes. So either way, the Knoch Knights come back out on the field. 7:30 left to go in this football game. Trips receivers to the left. Give is going to be up the middle, and Indiana is going to slow down the ball carrier. We'll see what the number is there.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's either 35 or 36. Those are the two gentlemen who've been back there. That's 36.
And I tell you what, Mark, you've done a nice job figuring out these numbers. Much better than your partner up there.
I'm not even trying anymore.
Well, sometimes
really.
I listen to what the PA announcer says, but
Mark, you've never given up tonight trying to get those numbers. See, Doc just said he gave up a while ago
on the numbers.
Daniel Simmons was the ball carrier there, and I think he's going to get the handoff again here in the backfield as Indiana will slow him down after maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain, setting up a 3rd and 4.
I'll be honest, Doug, if I could be commissioner of the world, or football anyway, these jerseys would be outlawed.
I agree with you.
Why you wouldn't make white numbers on there is beyond me, but I guess they don't always think about what makes the most sense, and they look cooler with the blue numbers, but you can't read them worth anything. So 3rd and 4 here from the 26-yard line. Back to pass. Here's Knoch. Indiana's trying to get some pressure on him. Good coverage down the field. Still chasing him down. And finally, the ball is going to be caught. And he is going to be down. And what a job by able to avoid the pressure. That is, was it 18?
Is that Lang?
Dave
maybe?
Felice, who was he the quarterback in there? And then he threw it to... I believe it was 35 who was Lang.
Yeah.
So you were right, Pat. See, Pat was paying attention there. He caught the number.
It's all right. Doug likes to get the low-hanging fruit, take the cheap shots at me. That's fine.
Hey, Doc, just get us home on the right route this time.
Well, Doug, you were the driver, so, the driver's got to take a little responsibility every once in a while.
I listen to my co-pilot.
And here's DeFelice, who's going to keep it himself at the quarterback and slides down. And actually, that's not going to be DeFelice. They switched the numbers on us, so this is actually Brody Bauman, who's number 19. And he is a sophomore quarterback, so apologize to Brody. But they switched numbers because they didn't have all the numbers, apparently, for the
camo.
Pat's favorite camo jerseys. And that's Bauer who's going to carry the football for a first down into Indiana territory. 42-13, Knoch going to win this football game. 4:40 left to go in the game. We've got some of the JVs in. Here's Bauer again. This time he is just swarmed by a host of Indiana players. There's Wyant, Bauer Sox, a number of guys in the backfield.
And that's going to back it up all the way into Knoch territory, back to the 46.
Trent Buffalo in there as well. So that will be a big loss for Bauer.
And Mark, tomorrow IUP has their first home game at Miller Stadium. They're 3-0, looking to go 4-0 tomorrow afternoon. It's the Hall of Fame game against Clarion. If you can't make it to Miller Stadium in Frank Signetti Field, tune in to U92, our sister station. Catch me, Jack Benedict, and Jake Sablodnik.
So here's the handoff this time, and the ball carrier taking it across the original line of scrimmage. So about third down and 9 here. Third down and 9. And if you can make it, we'd encourage you, go tailgate in the new tailgating area. It's not new anymore. And still tune on the radio to hear all the great action in the pregame show and get the best of both worlds. It's a great atmosphere over there since they allowed that tailgating section to open up, and great mix of the university and the community.
And look, if you are tailgating and you're there about an hour and a half, 2 hours early, wave me down, feed me before the game. I appreciate it.
I tell you, the smells are really good coming from some of those tents.
Too bad Doug's going to be at a Pee Wee football game, right, Doug?
Well, I'll be joining him.
Yes, but you can have...
Well, good news. Doug's mic broke out right as he was about to badmouth me.
I said you can have my food, Pat. I have Pee Wee football tomorrow.
Who do you have tomorrow, Doug?
Salzburg.
Salzburg, yes.
Okay.
It's a home game, so finish the IUP game and
I bet.
I don't know if your batteries are going, Doug, or if that's just the technological wizardry.
Either way, so we are facing a 4th down here after the run of 2 yards. It's 4th and 4 from the Indiana 43-yard line, and Knoch still has the football. They're going to go for it here. Bauer takes the handoff and is going to give the handoff, and it looks like he's going to be close to a first down. They're going to, let's see where they spot him. Officials haven't made a call yet. One official's pointing, the other saying, nope, that's yours. And I think they're going to spot him short.
Wow.
They are going to say he was just shy of the first down, so it's going to be a turnover on downs, and fans aren't happy about that, but
there, I think I'm back. Yes, I was just behind all the players, and I think it wasn't giving good line of sight for the microphone there.
Well, we didn't really miss you, so.
What Doug was trying to say is I think there are 2 games tomorrow, one at 6, was it at 5 and 7?
5 and.
And that's at Andy Kizneski Field, correct?
Yes, and the 7 o'clock game is the 6th grade recognition. Before the game, we recognized 24 6th graders.
Well, good. Hopefully they stay in the program and continue through the junior high, and hopefully we'll be seeing them on a Friday night. Here's Strack back to pass. He looks.
He's going to fire. Boy,
that but there's a flag.
You could see the defender tugging on the jersey there of, I believe that was
number
Kevin Louie. And the fans are complaining, but he clearly had a hold of the jersey.
He did. It's 42-13, and they're losing their minds. I love it. That's why they call them fans. They're fanatics.
But to me, there was no question there. He had hold of that jersey as the receiver was trying to come back to make the play. So, that's a penalty.
And that moves the ball into Knoch territory.
So, Doug, we're going to try to get you, when you get Coach Wright after the game, if you could try to come out in the middle of the field as you normally do. For some reason, over on that sideline, we are losing a little bit of the signal. Here is the pass thrown by Strack. Incomplete.
I will definitely do that.
Thank you, sir.
And the clock continues to wind. We're closing in on 1 minute.
42-13. It's good seeing some of these young players in for the Little Indians and seeing what they can do on both sides of the football. Able to get a fumble recovery and get a big 4th down stop on that last drive on defense. Freshman is Jason Strack in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers split to his right. Ball is on the Knoch 45-yard line. McFarland is coming in motion. I don't know if he was intended to get the handoff, but this is a penalty going to be called on Indiana, and legal procedure against the Little Indians. So the chalk that one up to another one, add that to the list of the penalties. They were a little bit better in the second half.
Yeah.
But they couldn't get much worse with the way that first half went with the number of penalties.
Ball sits right at the 50, so let's see what they can get going here.
All right, 2nd down and 15, under 30 seconds left to go. Back to pass, he does fire it, hits his open receiver, and it's going to be caught.
That's probably going to be the last play of the ball game.
So the ball was caught by Caden Force.
42-yard line.
Yeah,
Caden Force, number 29, gets in there.
He's a senior that came out, and he was also on the golf team.
And that's going to wrap it up. So we'll wrap it up with that pass reception. 42-13 is the final score. Knoch defeats Indiana High. We're going to come back with our first Commonwealth Bank post-game show. Doug will have an interview with Coach Brad Wright when we return. AM 1450, WDAD 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV.
Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Sometimes you don't realize how dirty something is until it's sparkling clean. That goes for your house. What a difference a whole house cleaning would make. Tees Window Cleaning will get rid of all that dirt, grime, and molds that builds on roofs, sidings, gutters, windowsills, and porches to make your home look brand new. Call today for a free estimate. Tees Window Cleaning at 724-840-4160 or on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the Law Office of Patrick Doherty.
Every year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
First Commonwealth Bank post-game show. Hopefully we're ready to record back at the studio because we're going to send it down to the field right now where Doug Steve has Coach Brad Wright.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Coach, not the result that you wanted tonight. Let's look at the second half. You know, Elijah Thomas returned that opening kickoff for a touchdown. He scored another touchdown. The pauses in the second half is Indiana did not give up.
No, Elijah's a talented player. We give him space. He makes things happen. He's tough to bring down. He's fast. He breaks tackles. So he definitely was a bright spot in the second half. No, the boys didn't give it up. We just, horrible first half. Changes, obviously, with the huddle procedure. We might even go back to no huddle since we can't seem to stay huddled up and focused and get the play from the sideline to the field with the runner. So that system might go away. Yeah.
You know, you had 9 pre-snap penalties in the first half in the field position. 5 out of their 8 drives in Indiana territory. That's very difficult. Even though your defense played well at times, I mean, it's tough on a defense to keep on doing it time and time again.
Yeah, I told the boys at the half, I said, if we're constantly behind the sticks, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 15, it makes it very difficult to function as an offense and to call a game. And we need to be better on first down. And we seem to have a lot of penalties on first down with procedures and lined up improperly and so on and so forth. So that has to get better.
Also offensively, it's tough for the defense. They're on the field so much. The offense has trouble generating. They didn't get a first down until the second half. How frustrating is it for the offense not to get going?
It's very frustrating. And I also told halftime, we don't have the experience and the miles on our tread with the passing game and our skill players, guys, and when we're behind the sticks like. If we're not going to win on first down, then we're not going to move the chains and score points. It's that simple.
You still got a lot of players playing time, right? Some kids that typically don't get to see any playing time. Hey, they have their opportunity just like everyone else.
Yeah, definitely. We try, when it's out of hand like that, you try to let some of the other guys get in and get some play. And we'll have a JV game on Monday. I'm excited for those guys, to get after it on Monday.
Okay, Coach. Next week, homecoming, Hampton in Nesky Field. Hopefully, we get a good crowd there to watch it in Indiana.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier though, Doug. As I told the boys, we got a gut check, look in the mirror, whatever it takes. We got to show up next week.
Okay, thank you very much, and go get them.
Okay, thanks, Doug.
Thank you very much, Doug. And one of the few times the coach's interview is interrupted by the band on the field. So that was a good interview by with Coach Brad Wright by Doug Steve at Crimson Wealth Management Sideline Report. We're going to step out real quick, and we're going to come back and try to wrap this thing up. You can hear the full interview as well as more information from the game recap, and more. But when we come back, we'll have our good player of the game. So stay tuned on our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Back after this on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV, 42-13, our final score tonight. Knoch defeats Indiana. Back after this.
In a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
More choices and more savings at Walbeck Insurance. 479-9378. 479-9378.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create, and I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi. It doesn't get better than this.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.